I have four main objectives for White's Barber Co. The first is to provide quality customer service in a family-friendly environment. The second is to provide training and career opportunities for professionals and aspiring professionals. The third is to restore our beloved profession to its former glory. And lastly, for White's Barber Co. to be a beacon to the local and global community. This is what White's Barber Co. is all about. We create a family-friendly environment. We make people feel like not just a client, but like you're a part of our family. I want people to feel welcome when they come in. I want people to be greeted and feel like this is somewhere where everybody knows their name, somewhere they can let their hair down, literally and figuratively. No worries of profanity or inappropriate material on the radio, on the television. Just somewhere where you could come in and go and tell someone and say, hey, I had a really good experience at this place. You should probably go check it out.
No problem. I shall transform your hair, create a masterpiece. I am an artiste with a pair of scissors.
My new cuts got him talking at the barbershop.
Fresh from the barbershop, flopping the beauty salons.
My new cuts got him talking at the barbershop.
I got a show where you can listen and view.
My new cuts got him talking at the
Bringing
barbershop.
barbers and stylists together with the ScissorSalute.
My new cuts got him talking at the barbershop.
One cut, two cut, three cut, four. Nails done, hair done, everything did. Nails done, hair done, everything did. Oh, you fancy. Spending hours in salons on your hairstyle.
For the Lord protects his barbers and he makes the stubble grow.
Scissor! Salute! Salute!
It was good? Okay, so salute to the twisting tornado, social media tornado. Salute to Sefro. He's responsible for that. Well, welcome to the Salute Show. I'm your host, Eli Da Barber. My co-host for the day is
Big Paul Jones.
There it goes right there. Paul, where are you from? For the people that are watching right now, let them get a little bit familiar with you. You're not new. If you guys just watched the intro, he's in the intro. This is his third time, I believe, in the studio.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I was let everybody get a little familiar with you.
I mean, everybody know who I am. Paul Jones, Paul the Barber. Reach me on Paul Jones, 1228 IG. You see it on the hat.
Yeah, so you got the trucker hat right there.
Yeah, I had to make that. Had to make it real nice.
And it got the airflow with the net
That's
right
good.
there.
You got a fat back head. You know, you had a little piece out there.
So the show is co-produced by the co-owner of the ScissorSalute, New York and Queen, and produced by the owner, Sefro. And we are out of Massapequa, New York. We are broadcasting at Strong Island TV, and LA is on the boards. We also have some guests over there in the lounge. We have Umar and Brian White right there. I love the intro. If you watch the intro right now, we just had Brian White right there. Brian, did you just let us know, at least give some credit to the people that recorded the video for you, and we'll get into exactly what you were talking about in depth a little bit later on. But for the people who recorded it, talk a little bit closer.
My man Ledbetter with Sunchase Media. He came through and knocked that video out in about 3 hours on a Friday afternoon. I said, man, you got a short window, but I want you to come in at a time where you're going to be able to catch the real diversity of our shop and see what the flow is like. And, he was working in a shop that was full of people, but he was able to produce some quality images and get some good audio, put it together.
Yeah, is the mic, is that mic, is it green? Is the light green on there? Or is it red?
Light's green.
Right.
Yeah, put it close to your mouth.
Yeah, act like you're a rapper.
So
there we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Sunchase Media put the promo video together for us. He did an excellent job. We went through the edits. He did some individual interviews with myself and a few of the barbers. Went through the edits and got it all taken care of for us. And it's a timeless video. That's what I told him. I said I want to be able to show this video at any time and have it still be relevant. I wanted to capture the ambiance of the shop. I definitely wanted to have our mission and vision statement in there that we provide quality service in a family-friendly environment. I've always had my children in the barbershop with me, so that's been very important. I needed to have an environment where they could be comfortable and I could make sure that they weren't hearing or seeing things that were opposite to what I was teaching them at home. So when he put the video together, I was really pleased with it, and I'm very thankful to Sunchase Media for the work that they did there.
And thank you. And Umar right there, introduce. Well, we can just get a little introduction for now, and then, we'll get into depth.
I'm Jamaal Umar Abdur-Rahman. They call me Jamaal. Some people call me Umar. Some people call me some things I don't necessarily like.
Okay.
That's another story, but for the most part, I'm a licensed instructor. I'm licensed in a few states or whatever. I'm really, really passionate about helping other people get, a better understanding of what barbering is all about. A lot of us don't realize that we like community people. We're community servicemen and community kings and queens as barbers and stylists. We're in a position to get we're in a position to be advocates for a lot of people and say and do a lot of things and get messages across. And I think, man, going forward in the future, a lot more will depend or rely solely upon us and the positions that we have as community people. Because a lot of things everybody comes to the barbershop. Your politicians, your hustlers, man, your clergymen, your attorneys, your doctors, and it's a lot of like issues that can be addressed in the barbershop. And if we utilize that to our advantageously, we'll be in a better position to have more people respecting our profession as a whole. And with that being said,
Definitely, I know. I can't wait till later on to get further into that right there, man. You guys are well spoken, man. Now you got me stumbling over my words because I just use one syllable words. I heard him hit like a 4-syllable word, 5-syllable words right there, man. Got me nervous over here.
Yeah, get your thesauruses ready.
Yeah, man. He said, get your thesauruses ready. Bust out the Websters because this is about to be some pressure in here.
Malcolm and Nelson.
So let's get right into the meaning of the Scissor Salute. It is a gesture, a compliment, a greeting, a lifestyle and brand dedicated to bringing barbers and hairstylists together. And we use the Scissor Salute show as a tool to actually make that happen, giving the opportunity for barbers and hairstylists, makeup artists as well, to come down here and showcase their skills on the Scissor Salute stage. Also conducting interviews with them so you can find out how they got started, where they currently are, and where exactly they plan to be going on their hair journey. And one of the things I like to say here at the Scissor Salute show, some people want to become educated. Some people have products they're trying to sell. This is probably one of the best platforms for you to start at. And I'm not just saying that because I'm the host of the show. You come here, you cut hair, and you're outside of your environment, your comfort zone. You're cutting on a stage. There's people that you might not know watching you while you're cutting hair. You got a camera in front of you. And at the same time, you get to hear your voice on a microphone. Some people might want to be instructors and do stuff for motivational speaking, but once you hear your voice on the microphone, it might throw you off. So this is the best place to get your feet wet. You can email us at ScissorSalute@yahoo.com if you're interested in showcasing on the show, advertising with us, or booking us for your next event. When you're at the shop, I do remind you to downtime, take a Scissor Salute selfie, hashtag Scissor Salute selfie, and at New York and Queen, which is NEWYORICAN_QUEEN. Please continue to use the hashtag Scissor Salute and follow us on Instagram at Scissor Salute Show. So let's get into a recap of last week's show. We had Lucky Luciano, who works at J. Major's Barbershop located in West Haven, Connecticut. I like to Scissor Salute Lucky because the guy changed up like his... I seen him at the CT Barber Expo. He had hair. He came here the very next day, and then he shaved his head. And he was like, threw me off. He's like, what's up, Eli? You can't say hi to nobody. I'm like, who are you? He's like, it's Lucky. I said, man, you look different. It's like I shaved my head. He was up here with a tuxedo, like bow tie and stuff, suspenders. So, salute to Lucky Luciano, and we wish him the best of luck. He actually came here. His model's a barber as well. His model is a full-time chef, but model barbering as well. He's thinking about switching his name to Chef the Barber, but his name is 5-Star the Barber, like 5-star restaurant. So salute to him, and we look forward to having him come here on the show. And calling in, we had Win. Her Instagram handle is Ninja Stylist. Her location is Saskatchewan, Canada. So I like to salute that town right there because there's a lot of Native American names being mentioned right here. Again, we're from Long Island. There's a lot of Native American towns out here. And we like to salute her for doing the work that she's doing right now. She makes nice wigs, nice hair pieces, and she's going to be doing some voluntary work, I believe, and she's going to Vietnam. and she's going to be doing some voluntary work out there, showing, people how to become hairstylists. And it's good because we made the connection with the female that's out in Ecuador, Cassandra in Ecuador. So we'd like to salute both of them on their journey right there, helping the less fortunate learn how to do hair and touch people's souls through their hair. Because that's what I feel like. Listen to her speak last week. I was like, man, with these hands, touching people's hair, we could touch people's souls. Like the way she spoke, I was like ready to go out and do some wonderful things. And Cassandra's name with these two hands. That's the barbershop gods working right there. Just letting that know right there. So she's self-employed and works at a vanity hair and aesthetic. What is that? What? Estheticians. Woof. I should have showed him that word. He probably, man, let's say that real quick. And the in-studio lipstick demo with Diana Augusta. She's our makeup artist rep. I actually requested the next time that she comes down here that she would do the ombre lipstick and the lip drip. The model that you're seeing right there was a vintage hairdo done by Nadine Donovan, who was the co-host last week and also a hairstylist rep to the ScissorSalute show. And it was like kill two birds with one stone, three birds, because she hosted the show, co-hosted the show. She did a demo, a tutorial on the vintage style. And then Diana got up on the stage and did the lipstick demo of the ombre and then finished it off with the lip drip. I requested both of them to be done because I feel like, the hair industry is moving so quick. So is the makeup industry. They go hand in hand. And if you're not up to date with the newest trends, you'll find yourself being left behind. We're going to actually be talking about that a little bit later, how some of these barbers are cutting themselves short by not providing the right services that are available nowadays. So there's no problem being a traditional barber, but you get stuck in your old ways, you're going to be left behind because these young bloods, these young Thundercats, young whippersnappers are eager to learn and really want to step it up. So who do we have this week, Paul?
Okay, we got my man, JR Da Barber. He's going to be cutting hair today. And his Instagram is JR_DA Barber. And he owns Classy Cuts Unisex Salon. ScissorSalute, bro.
ScissorSalute, yeah. There he goes right there.
My man in the building.
Oh, hold on. It sounds like, I think he's about to say something. Go ahead. I thought he was about to be like, no, listen, man. It's JR_DA_Barber.
Right. I did too much.
Yeah, no, you forgot the one underscore. But that's the one thing I always say with these. No, but yeah, because that's one thing I always say when people come here, especially people who got like 4 or 5 underscores in their name. Like, yo, bro, you lost me. Yeah. Picture trying to network with somebody. I don't have a card. Listen, follow me. J_D_A_Barber. Underscore. What? You get find yourself cutting short. So, Paul, please continue. Yeah. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, my man, Big White in the house. Brian White from White's Barber & Co. I apologize for that. And his Instagram is also at White's Barber Co. He's from Laurel, Maryland. And he's also a member of IBA. We'll get into that later, too.
Which is International Barber Association. Yeah, I'm telling you, the barbers that are not ready, I really feel like when these guys come into the area, they come into the vicinity, as soon as you get familiar with them, it's going to be 10 hut. It's almost going to be like a 10 hut. Yeah, like fix your posture when they come through.
I'm fixing myself now.
Yup. Fixing. That's it. You got the straight back right now.
Yes, sir. All right.
I'm driving like this with 2 hands on the steering wheel.
You're bigger than me. Hold up. All right.
Give me this safety belt.
And last but not least, we got my big brother, Jamaal Umar. And I can't pronounce this, yo. This underscore is going to have to be helped by you.
Go ahead.
Come on, man. Read it for us.
Umar June Dala.
Umar June Allah is his Instagram.
June Dala.
Yeah,
June Dala.
Umar, the soldier of God.
My man, the soldier of God. Tell them about the gun line.
Gun line, boss.
I heard.
We ain't crossing no gun
And my
lines.
man is a licensed instructor. A lot of people not licensed. Y'all need to get y'all paperwork together. Yes, and a youth counselor. And also we got people calling in the building. We have Sandy
Spence Narron, owner of Harrington House Salon located in Asheboro, North Carolina.
Yes. And her Facebook her Facebook information is
Sandy Spence Narron on Facebook. And then we have Caroline Elaine. Her Instagram is Caroline Elaine 73, located in Stockton, California.
Oh, my goodness.
Look who's
In the building.
stop the press. Turn this. Let me turn this side.
Come on over.
Hold on.
We gotta bring my man over here. Bring him over.
Hold it. Which one is it? Okay. So hold up. Sorry, it's a live show, so we're gonna do this real quick.
Yeah, we gotta bring my man walk in.
Take a seat here.
What's up, bro? How you been?
Take a seat right there.
Oh, you gonna take the seat?
So coming in right there, make sure you're talking right into the microphone. We have Barber since 98. ScissorSalute to Barber since 98. He's over here. He's a representative of Booksy. And what's great thing about Barber since 98 is that he went from basically seeing you in the beginning of the social media, like takeover with the hair industry, to basically like a juggernaut. You're like a marketing juggernaut right now. Thank you for coming out here. And, let us know what's new with you.
Hey, what's going on, Eli? Yeah, I wanted to come check out and support Edgar,
Let's talk right into that mic, though.
I wanted to come support Edgar and his whole World Star Barber movement. August 14th, we'll be in Providence. Big event. I want to invite everybody that's watching the show. Make it out to Providence. It's going to be live.
Definitely. And Eddie's up in here right now from World Star Barber. The event's going to be taking place August 14th. Over there in Providence, Rhode Island. He's going to be bringing the best from the Ocean State over there. It's going to be quite an event. I see a lot of movement going on. I see the marketing right there with Queen Janelli right now.
Yeah.
They're really posting right there, repping. And hopefully with the blessing, we can have these fine gentlemen come up there to the World Star Barber event. And hopefully we can get some networking done here at the ScissorSalute show.
Absolutely.
So what else is going on, man? I see the Booksy shirt right there.
Yeah.
That's it. It's about Booksy, huh? Book 'em, Dano.
Oh, man, Booksy's been treating me really good, man. Since last time we spoke, I was, I told you I retired from the barbershop, and I'm still retired, and I miss it. It's a different life, and I mean, my Fridays ain't the same, my Saturdays ain't the same. You know what it is.
I know what it is. I'm in the trenches, man. I'm in the trenches every week. Instead of putting like the war paint on my face, it's just sweat. It's just constant sweat, man.
Yeah, man. But it's now I'm visiting countless barbershops. I walk in on a Friday, I see them all busy. I try to get a new haircut. Well, not a new haircut, but get a haircut with a new barber every week. Love to hear feedback from the barbers.
That's that ScissorSalute to that barber love right there, man.
Absolutely.
Well, listen, man, stay around, man.
Yeah,
well, Barber since 98, he just came in the studio. We're gonna get to a little advertisement real quick, and then we're gonna come back with JR the barber, who's gonna be showcasing later on. But right now, we're gonna have the opportunity to hear him speak. Let's play some musical chairs right quick. So hold up. Wait for it to come up. Is it coming?
Wait a minute.
Hair We Share gives wigs free to people with medical hair loss. Your ponytail donation reduces the cost of a wig. Our success relies on financial contributions. To sponsor a wig, follow the easy instructions at www.hairweshare.org. Create a customized I Made the Cut fundraising campaign. Share your campaign through social media. Ask your family and friends to each contribute a small amount. Every little bit helps. Send us before and after photos to be entered into our I Made the Cut contests on Facebook. As a wig sponsor, we will keep your hair on file until we find a matching recipient. We will let you know when someone has received it. Will you make the cut?
Well, ScissorSalute to Hair We Share. We're over here with JR_DA_Barber. You see how? That wasn't hard, Paul. You see that? That wasn't hard right there. I gave the correct handle. No, I'm just messing around with you. 908 North Main Street in Suffolk, VA. The phone number to reach him at is 757-650-8886. He's been cutting for over 24 years of experience, started cutting family and friends, and decided that this is what he wanted to do. And his high school, at the end of his high school graduation, we graduated in the same year, 96. Proud to say that, okay? Some people my age don't want to talk about it, but listen, it's okay. So JR, did you ever think that the industry would grow, to what it is now? Because basically I graduated in 96 and my brother and friend opened up Uncle Philly's at the same time. So, I got into the business at the same time. Did you ever think it would come to this?
No, not at all. I seen a big change. I started doing hair shows probably like 8 years ago, and I met a lot of great guys. Jamaal, Paul, my man, barber since '98, and the networking is big, education is big, but a lot of people don't want to put in the time for the education, and as far as participating in shows and traveling. They don't. I guess they don't put the time out for that.
Well, you know what it is. Some people are content with what they're doing, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you're gonna want to be in the barbershop cutting hair, you feel like if you leave the shop, you're gonna be missing money. There's nothing wrong with that. But for those who want to go out and get out from behind the chair and go beyond the chair and really see what the industry has to offer, we would definitely recommend going to an event, whether it's an educational class or going to one of these competitions that, have eased up. The barber battles have become expos and so on and so on. And you could definitely take advantage of, meeting some of the people that you follow. With that being said, the industry now is growing at such a rapid pace. People are just cutting hair, labeling themselves as barber. What is the difference to you as someone who is a barber and someone who just cuts hair?
To me, I like to use different products. I don't mind trying things, but I get something that work for me. Like I'm using a lot of basic products now. The shampoo, the grease, the beard lube by Chink the Barber. They have a whole line of things that barber can use that enhance their services.
So basically, you're talking about different services
Right.
that are provided right now. That basically when we first started cutting hair, I know when I first started cutting the hair, the owner where I worked, it was like you had your comb in your hair, and it was really try not to touch the hair at all. You had your comb in your hair, do not touch the person's hair. It was almost like. There was no scissor over fingers, you know what I'm saying? The owner just wanted you to use your comb. Don't touch the client as much because it's gonna make them feel uncomfortable. Nowadays, it's not really like that. And we talked about this in the beginning of the show, and you really wanted to talk about the different services that are provided as far as washing the person's hair, using the different type of skin treatments on your client, and everything that's available. So you could take a $15 haircut, and at the end of the service, you could take a haircut, and actually it's a service. Take that $15 and make it $45, $50 with the different services that are provided. Obviously we're talking about huge change right there. Do you want to get into some of the products, like the lines that you use, so these people could get familiar, viewers could be like, okay, what line are you using?
Well, with the basic, I use the shampoo. They have the tea tree shampoo. It's a real great shampoo. I use the conditioner that they have too. The facial cleanser. That's also a Chink the Barber line. The shaving gel.
Do you prefer the shave gel over the creams in the past years? Pro Shave was where it used to be. Pro Shave, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Pro Shave, the pink one, the white one, and now it seems like you have these pumps, because you with the Pro Shave you need like a dipstick. You can't just be dipping your fingers up in there and then just keep on doing that. You're gonna be putting germs and stuff in there. So now instead of using these dipsticks, you got these pumps where you just pump.
It depends on if I'm doing a bald head or a beard trim. I still use a hot lather machine too. And sometimes I take it and put the gel on first and come back over with the hot lather, then do it. It all depends But I love that shaving.
You see Morano on Facebook. You familiar with
Yeah.
You know, you see the process that he does. Yo, do you see the process this guy does? I'm sitting there just like rewind. It's like a free like tutorials, like rewind. I'm just watching it like, what this guy, right? This guy's getting $90 for a baldy, man. And he's taking out the BDBs out of the back of people's heads, man. The Nestle Crunch neck just coming down, cloud. The Nestle, I'm saying, listen, I'm hitting that Nestle, and he's charging per Nestle Crunch. Go ahead, talking to Mike. He's charging per Nestle Crunch.
Yeah, that's what we call it at the shop.
He's charging per crunch. He's like, oh, poop, that's 10, that's 10, that's 10. Now, here's another thing, being that you provided the new services. Are you using the new cordless lines, or are you still connected?
Oh, no, I've been using the cordless line. I use the Andy Super 120, the Slimline Pro, the cordless BGR.
Don't forget the magic clip, bro.
The magic clip.
Yeah, the magic clip.
Yup, that magic clip is something magical. You tried out the Babyliss, what is it, FX 673. Babyliss, man, why you guys have these complex like names and stuff, complicated? It's a Babyliss FX 673. It's a cordless. You could put the speedo guides on there. You could also use the metal guards as well. You can smack them up on there, the metal guards. So you're using the cordless.
Yeah.
And you feel like the Slimline Pro. What's the advantage to using the Slimline Pro cordless liner as opposed to using like a style liner or an outliner or detailers?
To me, it's just real comfortable in my hand. It's lighter. You know what I'm saying? I can get in a lot of different spots that I have to take more time in with the versus using the bigger clippers. But I love them.
And then you got moving targets in the chair.
Yeah.
And so we always talk about moving targets with like children. We're cutting kids, and it's always a moving target. But adults are moving targets too, because you got ESPN up on the screen. They want to move and get into arguments about who's this, that, and they're moving just as much. Trying to talk to someone. You got the one customer got to look you in your eye to talk to them. He can't keep straight. So you got moving targets. So definitely having cordless is an advantage when you have a moving target.
I still use some cord clippers too, like the
style liners. I love
Masters and Andys.
Haven't touched my Masters in like almost a year now. Ever since I got the Magic Clips, that's it. I haven't really gone with the I'm not one of them barbers that have like multiple tools at my station. I guess this is the way I came into it. Like I might have like 5, but they're more like backup just in case something falls and breaks. Then I could just reach, having a moment of silence for that one that just fell, put it away in the graveyard, and just grab my other one and just continue doing what I'm doing. Every barbershop got a graveyard, and then you have some barbers just grab them clippers right out the graveyard and just make something magical happen. So, you're going to be showcasing tonight. But, you're going to be cutting the canvas that you get. But if you had to, showcase, let's say for Obama, what kind of haircut would you do in front of him? Like, what is the haircut that you love to do?
In front of Obama?
The President of the United States said, yo, let's come down here and showcase at the White House. What are you going to be putting down?
I'll probably keep it simple, maybe a regular cut with a taper.
Regular cut with a taper?
For the president, yeah.
I'm doing a low fade. I want a burly beard. I call these American beards right here. I'm telling you. People get it misconstrued right here, man. You check all them. There's an Abraham Lincoln beard right here in my face, man. That's what this is.
It's an Abe.
That's an Abe right here, yup. They catch me with an axe. I'm from Long Island. Catch me out there chopping some wood down. Don't worry about it, Paul. Bring you some firewood right away. So, what are you going to be doing tonight?
I'm gonna cut my man. It look like he get a fade.
Oh, right here, this young Thundercat right here.
Probably ball up Paul.
Okay, I'm saying, do you play basketball, young man, with that heck? Play football? Yeah, you got to be doing something right there. He ready for football now. You're gonna be doing Hell Week coming up. What grade you in? 7th or 8th? Going to 11th. So Hell Week is next week. I don't know if you guys do Hell Week where you from. We do Hell Week up here. It's 2 weeks. Or two-a-days, that's what it's called? Ooh, I feel for him. In 2-a-days, that's it. You smell that grass. That smell of the grass stays with you forever. I'm 39 years old. Around September comes when I smell like the cut grass. That's it. You smell football. Football's in the air right there. It stays with you forever. I don't know if you played for Wyatt.
Yeah, I played football.
I was in the trenches right there. Almost lost my finger, but I was in the trenches, though. So, man, we look forward to you showcasing JR. Before we let you leave, please let everybody know where you work, address, the phone number that you'd like to provide with us, and all your social media information. Please do so now. The stage is yours.
I'm out VA Suffolk, 908 North Main Street. Tuesday through Saturdays, I'm in there. You can reach me at 757-650-8886. And that's about it. Oh, yeah, I have another location.
Well, hold on. He got another location? You have another location.
Boy,
you forgot about it?
No, I ain't forget about it. I just ain't.
Yeah, he just reminded you.
It's 5905 Church on the Boulevard, Portsmouth, Virginia.
All right, well, thank you so much. He's going to be showcasing right now. We're going to get into another little clippity clip while he gets up there and gets ready.
Hello, beautiful people. I am the Empowering Angel Robinson. I am so excited to bring you the business of beauty and barbering. Me and my business partner, Charlie Petty, has wrote a book. The book is called Selling Yourself from Behind the Chair. This book is a must-have for all barbers and stylists. You guys gotta have this book in your library and keep it on heavy rotation. This book will save your business life. Do you want more money? Do you want more clients? I'm telling you, this book will save your chair. You want this book, and how you can get it? You can simply email us at businessofbeautyandbarbering@gmail.com. Once again, that's businessofbeautyandbarbering@gmail.com. And go over right now, and subscribe to our website, businessofbeautyandbarber.com. businessofbeautyandbarber.com. Once again, this is the Empowering Angel Robinson. We'll see you guys soon. Peace.
We always love that video from Angel Robinson right there. Well, welcome back. Sitting in the panel right now, we have Brian White and Umar right there. They're going to get us a little bit more familiar exactly what they're doing with the International Barbers Association. So we're going to ask some first question. It's going to be for Brian. Please explain to us the International Barbers Association and what you guys are trying to accomplish.
What the industry needs right now, in my humble opinion, is a standard. And what the International Barbers Association is set out to do is to create that standard of quality customer service and professional barbering services throughout the world. We're going to start right at home. I decided to start right at 357 Main Street in Laurel, Maryland. I opened my little shop and called it White's Barber Company because we weren't just going to be a barber shop. We're going to be a barbering company because we wanted to offer other services that pertain to barbering as well. We wanted to do some education. We want to do some education. We want to do some community services. And we wanted to offer opportunities for people to come in and develop their craft. So we were not White's Barber Shop, we were a barbering company because I've always had a global, much larger vision for what I want White's Barber Co. to be. And from White's Barber Co., the International Barbers Association was born. I wanted to include everyone and give everyone the opportunity. When I say everyone, I'm talking about the customers because we have to understand as barbers that we don't have any customers. We don't have any livelihood. We don't have any income. And so the customer comes first. And I wanted to create something where the customers could look and find a proven and vetted professional barber that's going to provide them quality service. When I started out cutting hair, I was working in a shop, Freeman's Barber Shop, down in Prince George's County, Maryland. I got a great opportunity from a great gentleman there, Robert Freeman. He's my mentor. The first two things that he taught me were quality customer service and community service. And I've carried those values with me all the way. That was 20 years ago almost. I've carried those values with me since. And those two qualities are what the International Barbers Association are spawned from. The concept of providing a quality customer service and professionalism and community service. We're going to provide education. And we're just going to make sure that barbers have the opportunity to reach their full potential when they've gotten to the point in their career where the styles and the fads have run their course. What kind of clientele have you developed? And what can you offer your who was once a 20-year-old client, what can you offer your 35 or 40-year-old client? The International Barbers Association is equipped with a team of barbers and a foundation of founders who understand that concept and make it a point to first provide quality customer service and professionalism to their clients. And you're going to hear me continue to say that because that's what it's all about. We have some core values, integrity, leadership, technical skills. 90% of our barbers not only can work with the clippers, but they can give you a straight razor shave, and they can also pick up the shears. My good friend Jared Scott at His Grooming is a wizard with the shears. We go to him within the IBA, and we get tutelage from him. I myself, I have a firm background in hot classic shaves. I love to do shaves, but then we have catching all fades. We got Tim Gill 80, we got the Ace Fader, we got Jose Straight Razor, we've got Millennium Salon. We got a crew of barbers who understand what it means to be a professional, to provide quality service, okay? And so that's what the IBA is all about. I mean, if you have more specific questions that you want to ask, I'm more than happy to answer them, but I just want to make sure that the clients who are looking for that higher level of service and that don't mind paying an extra amount of money, and I shouldn't even say extra amount of money, it's what we deserve to be paid. When we're operating like professionals, we deserve a high echelon of pay. If you've been paying your dues and doing things the right way behind the chair, then you deserve a higher rate of pay. And that's what we garner, that's what we get, and we feel as though we deserve it. And in turn, we give the clients what they deserve because we feel like they're worth it to us.
Definitely. And there you go, right there. You got Eddie from World Star. Just started the slow clap, and it just picked up. And we have Umar again. You are a barber instructor and counselor. You know,
yeah, not so much a counselor in a sense of what everybody else is.
Just pick up the microphone a little bit. Right, there we go.
What's happening is I'm going to let it be known. I'm a convicted felon, and I'm championing for a lot of the brothers who are coming back. Barbering is an opportunity for individuals to, you know, kill this recidivism rate and stop the mass incarceration numbers, you know, because a lot of people don't give us the proper, you know, we're not really, and I'm not, you know, I'm gonna try to be as clear as possible. We're not given opportunities, and we don't give ourselves chances. And being a barber is a profession that allows you to have a sense of dignity, especially if you've been incarcerated or if you've experienced some trials and tribulations that may have had you, you know, going through some things. And for the most part, like Brian was saying, this is a respected profession that, you know, it welcomes people. It's an opportunity. People that, you know, had some of the most blackened backgrounds can feel a sense of dignity and they can give back. And they're in a position now that, you know, they can work in the community and correct a lot of the ills that they may have created in the communities for the most part. Barbering, you know, you don't know of any other professions that I know of that you can, you know, do some of the things, man, that people may frown upon in society, and you can redeem yourself for the most part. And I mean, you know, when you look at these movies like Barbershop, the Barbershop movies, the trilogies and what have you, it basically addresses a lot of the stuff that we as barbers are able to do. And, you know, like I said, we're advocates, and in the community, we're the ones that are able to talk to the kids. We're able to talk to the, you know, the so-called thugs. We're able to talk to individuals who are basically on the so-called right side of the law, so to speak, and we can get our points across and messages that need to be gotten across. And I basically try to work with a lot of the kids, along with Brian, Brother Paul, JR.
Let's talk right into that mic.
You got
there we go.
You got brothers like Jose, Straight Razor. You got Dexter, all them individuals he mentioned. Jonas Flock Cuts out in Cambridge, Maryland. We got a whole lot of brothers that are coming together from different walks of life, and we have an opportunity, you know, to get positive messages across and for people to see what barbering really is about. We community kings and queens. Too many people, since the influx of social media, think it's all about barber battles and all that, and I'm not knocking that because it's good. It's good for networking, but basically what I'm trying to do is you got brothers coming home. If you go offer them an opportunity to get barbering under their belts and make money, they'll have a sense of dignity, and you won't have to worry about them knocking somebody in the head, robbing them, or doing anything that may be contrary to what we really need out here in society. And, you know, these people, we're able to talk to people. You know, I grew up watching barbers in the neighborhoods, man, you know, be able to speak to anybody. You know, you had individuals going to schools that didn't necessarily have money. The barbers were able to, you know, give them a word of advice, put a little money in their pocket. They come home, get a haircut or two, and it's a trade basically that you can take all around the world. And when you get it, you can feel good about it. And, you know, you able to, you know, help people, especially with now with everything that's going on in society. We're able to get these youngsters, and if you give them trades and you implement getting trades back in the schools, I think a lot of the problems that you see will alleviate. I was blessed to have barbering as a trade when I was in high school in Chamberlain Vocational in Washington, D.C. And I mean, we had trade where one half the day you went to barber, did your curriculum, your activities as far as your math, your chemistries and all that or whatever, biologies and what have you. But you half a day you went over to vocational training, and you know, and who would ever think that, you know, it get to the point where it is now. But I'm like, you know, unlike a lot of people, and I'm not trying to be funny, I'm not really moved by a lot of these www.barber.coms, because there's too many of them out here, and I'm going to be realistic, and I'm not coming here to shoot any of them in the head. Barbering is everything that they're making it not to be. It's not about battling. Barbers never had problems with one another. Barbers were always respected.
Yeah, I hear what you say with like barbers respect, but at the same time, I know where I work, it's always been, you know, a machismo thing. Like, you know, we're talking 96. So there was the Afro competition in the barbershop where, you know, the barbers are going one-on-one competing with each other. It's always been like friendly competition. And it's just like, to me, I look at barbering somewhat like almost like hip hop. You almost got to have that, like, I'm the best type of attitude. And to a certain extent, you got to be humble, but you got to also in your mindset be like, yo, you know what? I can cut any head. You know what? I can cut any texture. You put a blind person with blind hair, I'm going to cut them. Let that person come in my chair that has possum hair, and I'm going to be able to fade a possum head. You know what I'm talking about? Let someone come in here with thick, coarse hair, and I'm going to be able to hit that fade. Oh, that person, I can't cut that guy, man. He got the pooch head. What do you mean he got the pooch head? He got he got all the lines up here. I can't get that fade. You know what? I could get that fade. Get him in my chair. I bet you get that fade.
Well,
so it's been like that. You know what it is? And you know what? Another thing we talk about here on the show is like the new blood. It's just like the new thing that is up. You guys were talking about providing different services, how barbers need to educate themselves and get up on services, how right now a lot of these barbers are stuck at, let's say they're stuck at $800 a week because they don't want to wash that person's hair. They don't want to put the oil on. They don't want to educate themselves on retailing. So then they're stuck at, like what, that is 8 weeks, they're stuck at making $3,200 a month. Meanwhile, there's another barber out there who probably takes, I say 1 or 3 classes a month, and he's educating himself on, you know what, okay, if I add this to the rotation, it's going to take a $15 haircut to a $30 haircut. I remember one of the barbers, old school, this guy is old. He just has masters in styliners at his shop, at his station. When he seen that Beijing coming to the shop, he's like, what's that? Oh, you know, we're coloring people's beards now. Man, that's what are you doing that? And first time he seen a barber do it, he's like, you know what? I bet you I could do that really good. Went across the street, bought some Q-tips, bought alcohol, got himself the Beijing, and he was blending. The first time he did it, he was blending using the rub and alcohol, and he Q-tips, blending the beard up here to the skin fade, and he took a haircut. There was a $25 client. That person gave him $50. That was it. He went and got graph etch. He went and got all this other stuff.
Don't get me wrong. I'm champion education because I'm there. I go to these shows, and like I said, I'm all about the education.
Yeah.
Once you get the tactical skills, then you can do the other things. But so many of our brothers and sisters now don't believe in getting the necessary skill sets to be able to do things, to be those professionals like
Right.
we're talking about. They're looking at Instagrams and YouTubes, and they feel like they can do any and everything, and they can't. And when they get up there and chop somebody up, you know, and have somebody looking game goofy, then it's a situation now. Who was your instructor? How did you get your license? What individual would have allowed you to pass doing these things.
Well, that's a good topic. So let me ask Brian, and then you can elaborate on the same question. So what is your opinion, Brian, now with these people coming out of barber school that might know what the red, white, and blue stand for, but they can't cut? They can't cut. They know what the red, white, and blue stands for. They know the history of the first barber in Egypt and all this other stuff. But when it comes to coming in the chair, they just don't know how to do it.
So I'll speak from my own experience. I learned how to cut hair in the bathroom in the mirror on myself. And I was fortunate enough to have younger siblings, uncles, and my father. I knew how to cut hair when I went to barber school, okay? It's a harsh critique with the barbering schools because the barbering schools make so much money. They get government grants and not a lot of effort, not what I would consider or Brother Jamaal would consider adequate training is not coming from barbering school. We do quality control on barbers, barbershops, barber schools, and barber students, and the barber instructors. So stay frosty. We want to make sure. We want to make sure that the instructor at the barbering school who's telling that student to do a low fade can do a low fade themselves. If they're teaching shear over comb or clipper over comb, and they're expecting the student to be able to do that, I want this instructor to be able to demonstrate that as well. But aside from that, I find in my own career, when I went into the barbershop at Freeman's Barbershop, I was surrounded by 8 veteran barbers, and they were all good. They were all good. I had to find my lane. And so I stuck to what my mentor taught me. He taught me quality customer service, he taught me professionalism, and he taught me community service. And guess what? 20 years later, they're still relevant, and that's what I built my career on. Those things will never go out of style. But your guy who gets color in his hair right now, he may not have hair in 10 or 15 years. So what are you going to offer him? How will you upsell him? But what I've found is with my clients that I've had for over 15 years, I steadily increase my price. And every time I increase my price, they always say, you're worth it. You're worth it, because I make sure that I set myself apart with my quality customer service and my level of professionalism. Everyone who walks in the door gets a greeting. Everyone who walks out, before they walk out, they get a handshake and a very sincere thank you, and we rebook. Those are just a couple of the staples of the level of service that I like to provide. So when you talk about the training in the barbering schools, we need to get back to more apprenticeships. We need to get back to more apprenticeships. I know that in the state of Maryland, you're only allowed to have 1 apprentice at a time, and you can only have 2 master barbers working with that amount of apprentices in the shop. Perish the thought. Perish the thought. Real training comes from a real barber, one who has experience in the field, one who knows what happens every day in the shop. Students are coming into barbershops and have no idea what to expect. They're afraid to take clients because they haven't been challenged the way that you get challenged in the barbershop. You're in a fixed and controlled environment in the barbering school, and a lot of those students are undertrained and unprepared when they come into the barbering school and when they leave. The barbering school is manufacturing licensed individuals. That's what they're doing. You come in, you get your hours, you get your license, and go to the shop and let your shop owner or your master barber or your experienced barber teach you how to cut hair there. And that is ass backwards, and we need more apprenticeships.
Because the reason why I brought that up is because I went through the apprentice program in New York State. You don't have to go to barber school. That's it. You got a master barber, and I was fortunate to salute to Ed Downing, Eben, and the rest of the 6 barbers. There was 8 barbers total that taught me how to cut hair. I was always in the shop. And I remember being in there, I mean, first month or 2, I figured out, this is my second month cutting hair. I figured out, you know what? It doesn't come down to 2 or 3 years cutting hair. It comes down to how much traffic is in your chair to understand the hair. So it's like a 2-ball fade. You might need 10 2-ball fades to fully understand it. A taper comes so many different ways. It's going to take 1 to 75 different tapers to fully understand exactly what a taper is, because the grain is always different on so many different people's heads. So we had barber students coming in. They're coming in with hot lather machines, like 20 towels and all these tools and stuff. And I'm in here 2 months cutting hair. This person's been in barber school for I don't know how many months. And I'm looking at them like, this guy went to barber school? And at the time, there was no, there's LIBI out here. There was the ABI. So this person had to go to Manhattan to go to barber school. And then come out to Long Island. And I'm over exit 68, where I'm like at the tip of Long Island. And I'm just looking. I'm just like, and then nowadays, I hear the barber students they will get after people with the apprentice. And I'm just like, yo, my man, you're not ready for that girlfriend standing next to the boyfriend getting his hair cut. You're not ready for that mom to be over your shoulder.
Right.
When you put that, that setup line around the person's head and she's like, are you going to take that line out? You're not ready for that kid ready to jump out the chair. You just think that's it. You're going to get in there and you're going to put a flat buzzer on a round service and just keep on making lines in the person's head because you don't know how to point cut.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's the only reason why I brought that up, because it's been happening a lot, especially with social media. I'll see someone leave a comment like, that haircut's trash, and I'll go through their things, and I'm just like, is this kid serious? You talking about you're still a barber student, and already you on some that haircut's trash,
For me, man, when you talk about comments and things like that, for me, and for the guys that I work with, the only compliment that matters to us is the individual client. That's the only compliment that matters to us. We don't seek recognition from fellow barbers. As far as our haircuts are concerned, we respect each other. We figure if you've been a licensed professional for this long, you should know how to cut hair. You should know how to cut hair.
You should.
How does your client feel about the level of service that you provide them?
No, that's absolutely right. We are in the service business, so it is big.
I think just to add in, I think that when you finish barber school, everybody needs to go to different areas to see how other people actually cut, because a lot of people would alleviate a lot of the problems, because a lot of people think they're a lot better than what they really are. I've been blessed to cut in Harlem. I'm licensed here in New York. I cut at Harlem Masters. I done been there with Denny Moe and all these people that are mentors to a lot of people. And what I find, like, I don't put a lot of haircuts on my page. Barber since '98 will tell you. I do a lot of motivational, because honestly speaking, if I'm in Brazil, the likeliness of somebody coming to get a haircut from me is slim to none. I have my page locked. A lot of people saying you shouldn't have your page locked. I have my page locked because I'm not willing to keep addressing the idiosyncrasies from different people with the comments that aren't barbers. A lot of people comment now that shouldn't be talking about anything. I'm really not knocking anybody's work. I'm really one that basically champions everybody has the opportunity to get better. I've, excuse my expression, F some haircuts up. Nobody talks about that now. Everybody's a superstar now. I done jack some people up, man. And people probably looking now, this joker's up here instructing somebody. I don't have hair because of this dude now. So that's the reality of it,
Call in.
Hello, Sandy.
Yeah, it's Sandy.
Okay, can you stay on the line real quick?
Yes.
Just doing this interview. Oh, look, my my hands on the show. ScissorSalute. Just stay on the line real quick. You're probably just gonna hear us finishing up the interview. But yes, that's.
You want me to call back?
Oh no, just stay on the line.
Okay.
That's it's a good thing that you addressed that, because you're right. Everyone did mess up a couple of haircuts, and people leaving the comments. It does work the nerves a little bit, but we say this a lot, that we are in the business, that even if your haircut isn't a perfect 10, if you provide the right service, you will have traffic in your chair. Because a lot of people who do them 10 that are like a 10 out of a scale 1 through 10, they want to show up late, leave early, smoke, but their people skills are not there. So they're always going to be bringing traffic to them barbers that are a 7, or a 6, because their service skills are better. They're in the trenches. They might skip their lunch, They might get a protein shake instead of taking an extended break. They're not concerned with going out and smoking a cigarette after every haircut. They might stay a little bit later to cut that hair. So you don't
That's
have to
right.
be top notch to make money in this industry. You just got to be providing the right service
on a consistent basis.
So, gentlemen, thank you so much. We're gonna let you sound off first. Please let everybody know where you work, phone number, and all the social media information that you'd like to provide with it to share with us. Please do so now. The stage is yours.
Absolutely. I'm Brian White. I'm at White's Barber Co. The shop is at White's Barber Co. 357 Main Street in Laurel, Maryland. A small town right in between D.C. and Baltimore. At White's Barber Co. Just like it sounds. You also check out at Catching All Fades, at Tim Gill 80, at Styles by Jazzy JC, at Cosmo Barb J. These are all operators at our little shop. And definitely stay tuned to the _I.B.A. We have a lot of things coming your way. You want to stay plugged into what the new standard is for the barbering industry.
Thank you so much. And Umar, please let everybody know where you work, phone number that you'd like to share with us, and your social media information.
Well, the earth is my turf. You know, no telling where I may be. I'm the pop-up king. I may come to your shop, and you never know. So don't be surprised if I don't pop up there, you know. I'm here, there, I'm everywhere. I'm like savoir faire in the barber industry now.
Oh, is he rhyming?
Yeah, you know.
Are you sounding off? Are you dropping balls right there?
Yeah, but you know.
I don't know the half. Y'all don't know the half.
I'm at Umar June the Law.
I speak a rhyme for him
you
too.
know, that's basically like I said, I'm a barber instructor. I'm here to help brothers. You want any help and assistance in trying to, better yourself as an individual and better your craft in particular, I'm here. I'm on Instagram. You got to request me because my page is blocked. And, shout out to Van to go because he's probably going to be pissed off for me saying that. But my page is locked, but I
think Vandergo's going to be a little bit more upset that you just SO'd on the ScissorSalute show, but get knocked out. But please continue, please.
Yeah, brother Vandergo, my main man in Philly. I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. I'm basically championing the cause for the brothers and sisters that need to be, getting themselves the health insurance and things of that effect. That's what I'm really about now. I'm focused on brothers having a need for health insurance. We're on our feet a lot of the time. We're not eating properly. We're not taking care of ourselves. And myself in particular, I had a scare up at Denny Mo's Cutting for a Cure a couple weeks ago up in Harlem. Well, I wound up getting my own blood taken, man, and my numbers were like damn skyrocketing. So I'm here to say that it's very important for us as barbers to be more, man, focused on our health, because without your health, you won't have no wealth. So with that being said, man, and I got to most definitely shout out my man Jonas Fly Cuts and my man Salon Ramsey, DMV. He just opened up a shop down in the Temple Hills, Maryland. And, we got a thing now where we're trying to basically bring all brothers together and stop the foolishness. And again, man, I dig everybody on social media. We just need more camaraderie, and that's what it's really all about. I'm not critiquing nobody's work. So don't start shooting no shots, because I will come to see you at your shop.
There we go.
So
he speaks a rhyme form. I like him.
Yeah, so my thing is, I'm about barber unity. As a whole, we got an opportunity to, man, do some major things with the IBA. We're going to be cutting the homeless down in Baltimore, God willing. They're on the 27th and the 28th. Or that may be the 28th. And, like I said, man, we just trying to do what we can to keep the profession, man, to be a respected profession. And barber love, universal barber love,
There you go. A ScissorSalute to that. We're going to get to the cut can with JR the Barber, and we're going to come back with an interview with Sandy. ScissorSalute to Umar and Brian over there, providing some great words for the people that are watching the show. Maybe it's time that you focus more on the service. the cuts will come, but please provide the service. So, Sandy, are you on the line?
I'm here.
All right, Sandy, how's everything been?
Great. First of all, I want to give a scissor salute, and I apologize for not having my selfie ready for you to show tonight. I apologize for that.
What's all right? Definitely don't worry about that. Let's get right into it. 36 years of experience, colorist, stylist, and this is very interesting right here. We're gonna get right into it.
Okay.
Okay, so you had different jobs before you got into hair. You were healthcare, a dental assistant. When did you decide that, you know what, this is going to be my career?
Well, I mean, I was a dental assistant when I was 16 while I was in high school. So I graduated high school, and my parents wanted me to go to college, of course, but I'm not a person that likes to do schoolwork. So I was like, what can I do that I don't have to go to school on, but it could be like a trade? And I was always in drama in school. I love to be creative. I love art, anything to do with creating. And I've always loved hair, so it was an easy choice for me to go to beauty school. I went when I was right out of high school. I graduated when I was 19 in 1980. I'm 55 now. I've done hair for 36 years. I've done a lot of things in the hair industry. So, yeah, I love it. I still love it. I love it more every year, actually.
So please tell me about the essay that basically you won while you were in cosmetology school. Okay,
yeah. When I was in cosmetology school, there was an essay that you could take, it was a competition. It was an essay competition. And so I decided to enter, and we had to write what the future of cosmetology would be in North Carolina, the future of cosmetology in North Carolina. And so we had to do an essay on that. Well, let's think back. This was in 1980 that I wrote the essay, and I won. Actually, I got second place. There was three places, but it was out of over 500 applicants. There was a lot of people all in North Carolina, and mine was on the future of cosmetology in North Carolina, which is everybody. And it's what I wrote about was that every hairstyle and every fashion will always cycle. It'll always come back. Like what's in style in 1980, it's going to come back around. And I've seen that happen in the last 36 years.
Well, we've seen that. Sandy, it's funny that you mentioned that because we talked earlier, and recently we're seeing a lot of barber battles and hair competitions.
Right.
You said that it would come back around, but when you first got into the hair industry, you actually won a hair competition for the Fantasy Challenge in North Carolina. So the essay that you wrote was correct, that everything keeps on coming back in a full cycle. So let us know how that competition was in North Carolina.
I won a lot of competitions, but my biggest accomplishment of competitions was the fantasy competition. I did a fantasy bride and I did a fantasy Little Red Riding Hood. Do you want me to tell you what they look like or what?
Let me know what was going on in your mind. What was your mindset when you got to these competitions? That's more or less like what you did is one thing, but the mind state for people when they go to to compete is, that's what I want to know.
Well, when you're competing, you got to be the best. So you have to show, and there's rules for every competition. So it's important to go by the rules of what it states. But what fantasy is you had to pick a theme and make it fantasy. Well, then you got to look up the definition of fantasy, which I did, which means it's something unreal, something that you wouldn't really wear in public. And so my bride, literally, now this is back in like 1992, okay, that I did the Fantasy Bride and the Little Red Riding Hood, 92, 93. And my bride, I had a one-piece skin tight jumper, like white, and my son had some Ninja Turtles. They have come back around too, because this is back in like the early '90s. Ninja Turtle party hat, and I rhinestoned them like Madonna back then. You know, those were like her boobs, and then I made her into a calla lily, so she was like the center of the calla lily flower, and her train went from the top of her head, you know, back, and I mean it was pretty awesome. Her you know, bouquet was just like over the top, but her hair was an extension of the center of the calla lily that sticks up, and then the Little Red Riding Hood. You know, that was back before fashion color was really popular, and her hair was all reddish pink, as well as everything that she wore. It was all fantasy. The hood of Little Red Riding Hood was made out of hair and feathers, and
wow. And this is back in '92.
Do what?
Yeah, and this was back in '92 that you did this competition.
Yes.
Wow, it was like over the top. It's like Browner Brothers right there.
Yeah.
Definitely. And you know, we had a question I asked the two gentlemen earlier about, you know, the schools. You know, somehow with the barber schools, you know, they're just like putting out the licensed barbers, and they're really not ready for the trenches. But even with cosmetology, where people graduate in cosmetology, the success numbers of, you know, them going on and staying with the trade, the numbers are kind of low. So what would be your advice for someone who is graduating cosmetology and, you know, needs some guidance? What would be your advice to them?
Yeah. Well, first of all, when I know, because I was there, that when you get out of school, out of cosmetology school, you first of all, you don't want anybody to know that you just got out of school. And so that's number one mistake. Don't feel like that. Don't feel like you have to hide that you just got out of school. And number two, a lot of people they don't know anything. They don't know except for the basic haircut. They really don't. They've not had the experience yet. And, you know, they're scared, but yet they want to prove themselves. And so I know what that feels like when you first get out of school, but my advice would be, for the last 36 years, the best, and I've been trained corporately and privately from some of the best. The best training that I ever got, and the one thing that I would just not take anything for, is when I assisted a platform artist for 3 months. I was not behind the chair. I assisted her nonstop, and I learned more doing that than anything else. So I would suggest that they go find someone that they can just really learn from, and learn about color, learn how to do a great blowout, you know, learn whatever your weakness is when you get out of school. If you don't know how to do good weaves, you know, go under somebody that knows how to do that. You can't be successful and have pride at the same time when you first get out. You have to, I mean, not bad pride. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have that little bit of humbleness, and just get all that you can get from somebody that's really good, and you know who they are. You already, when you're getting out of school, you know who the people are that live around you that are good, and just call them, ask them if you can come help, and just, it's worth it. It really is.
Definitely. And now, one of the reasons why you called is that, you know, you do a lot of moving and you have to restart. So let's get into the marketing strategies that you've used to, you know, reboot yourself, and you have a good success rate on that.
Okay. Yes, because of my husband's job, we have moved a lot. I'll just take this place that I'm here now in Asheboro, North Carolina. When we moved here, we didn't know anyone. And so I was starting from scratch. And I first started out renting a booth in a salon that really doesn't get walk-ins, maybe a trickle here and there, you know, maybe one a month or something. But so I couldn't depend on that. I really had to market myself. And now I have my own salon, but the way that I did it is I friended people I was not on Instagram at the time, and I friended people in Asheboro that I didn't know, and then they would accept me as their friend, and then I would do before and after makeovers, like pictures, and post them on my Facebook constantly. And if I didn't have a client, I would just get somebody in my chair so I could do a makeover and do that before and after picture. And I got my clients because they said, I saw your work on Facebook. And it's because I got so many friends on there from this area, and then I would post it constantly, the before and afters. And so people would call me and, give me a try. And then once I got them in my chair, the important part of building a clientele is once you get them in your chair, it's power of suggestion. You don't say, would you like to reschedule? You say, I need to see you in 4 or 5 weeks, which is best for you. And then they'll tell you because you've given them a choice, in 4 weeks or 5 weeks. And 9 times out of 10, they will come back. There is a small percentage that, they'll forget or they might not come back. But 9 times out of 10, they will come back, and then they're your loyal client.
Yeah,
and
Sandy.
it's good to have a
Sandy.
niche. Go ahead.
Sandy, not to interrupt, but I want to touch a little bit on that networking aspect of befriending people on social media and expanding your horizons. I can relate. I did that in social media with Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah.
And that's a great example. Reaching out to your local people that you might not know personally, but they see your work. They can they have a need in your service, and you introduce yourself. You display your work, and you invite them to your chair.
Sandy, that's that's Oscar. He's known on Instagram as Barber Since '98. He's an in-studio guest, and he just wanted to basically, say that is correct. That is the right way to go about it. He used social media. He used social media as a tool to get to.
Yeah.
Basically, he's got to where he is today through social media, and he's opened the door for other people in the hair industry to do that as well.
Same with me. That's really. And then once you do it through social media, then word of mouth, they work for you.
Yeah, I agree. That's a great point too.
It's definitely. Well, Sandy, thank you so much for calling up. And hey, if you're ever in New York, you think about coming here to the ScissorSalute show and showcasing.
Oh, definitely.
We'll give you the stage. We'll let you do a tutorial.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for calling me, and have a great week.
Well, Sandy, before we let you go, please let everybody know where you work, the phone number that you'd like to provide for us, and all your social media information that you'd like to share with us. Please do so now. The stage is yours.
Okay. I'm at the Harrington House Salon, and it's in Asheboro, North Carolina. And my number is 919-904-2293. And you can find me under Sandy Spence Narron on Facebook and the Harrington House Salon, and on Instagram under Sandy Spence Narron. And I am known as the salon with the pink door.
Well, thank you so much for calling up. And hopefully, if you're ever in New York, please let Sefro know. And
I will.
We'd be glad and more than happy to have you here.
Okay, thank you so much. God bless.
Thank you. So we're here with Barber Since '98, and Eddie's over here from World Star Barber. Sunday, August 14th at the Feet Ballroom in 103 Dyke Street in Providence, Rhode Island. There will be the battle from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. Tickets are $12. Vending booths start at $125. Battle participants are $52, and you can sign up at worldstarbarber.com. Barber Since '98, Oscar, you were there last year. No. Okay, Eddie, you want to put the image up on there right quick so he can walk? Okay, so that's it. It's a live show. Eddie, you could just walk around here. That's it. It's a live show. Barber Since '98, you were there last year.
Yeah, I was there. I was hosting. I was one of the hosts.
And your town, in your state, how did it feel?
Felt great. saw a lot of barbers come out, participate. It was good to see, you know, friendly competition. You know, it was a lot of barbershops going at it. It was a beautiful thing, man.
Definitely. And this is Eddie, this is the third year?
Third year.
Make sure you talk
Third
right
year.
in there. To talk right into the microphone.
All right.
All right, so this is the third year. What's different from this year to last year?
All the participants, all the contestants are not repeat contestants, so I'm very excited about that.
Okay, so there's new blood?
Yeah.
New blood.
Yeah.
And I see Jube. Jube's one of the judges?
Yep.
And I mean, how does it feel? I mean, I wish Sefro was mic'd up because he loves Jube because Jube is on the Japanimation.
Yeah.
And when the first time I talked to Jube, he's like, "Man, you got my name right." You like, you know, Sefro likes the Japanimation and stuff like that. So we clicked real good. He got a nice branding thing that he does. Cuts really well. And you know, I'm actually honored and like to thank you for having me as to be the host right there.
Yes, sir.
So can you name off some of the sponsors that you have? Because I know when I'm the host, that's what I'm be talking about. The sponsors, I'm gonna try to get the vendors as much sales as they can. Okay, we're swapping right here. Again, it's a live show, people. So, Eddie, make sure you're talking right into that microphone so everyone can hear you clearly. If you can't hear your voice at the speakers, ain't no one can hear you. Okay. So, get into some of the sponsors that you have at this event.
Well, some of the I'm looking for the list right now. Well, some of the sponsors is ScissorSalute. We're having the ScissorSalute showcase in one of the rooms, and that's going to be awesome. And we have also Barber Geeks. It'll be there.
Barber Geeks, yes. I'm familiar with them. They got the customized razors that a lot of people seem to be buying lately. They got the Dominican flag and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
Got a very good brand that's going there.
Also, our friend Houdini is going to be there with his brand.
Houdini Style, right? Says salute to Houdini Style.
Yep.
He actually is a Babylist Pro educator.
And he's also on Booksy.
He's also a Booksy too, huh?
I signed him up in November, and he's still on it strong. He loves it.
Yes.
I talked to him before I jumped on the show.
He's
He's in Arizona right now.
Yeah, he's making moves. He's magical right there. He's in Arizona and New York at the same time. He's magical.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Hair Bears will be there.
Yes,
You can buy
Eli
their
Cruz?
Yes, sir. You can buy their T-shirts on site, which I'm excited. I'm excited for him because I've been following him.
You see them grow. When you
yeah.
see people grow, when you first see them start, like we seen Eli Cruz graduate barber school through social media.
Yes.
Through social media, we was able to see his hair journey. A lot of these people, like, you know, they will post up, and some of these people post up and like, I'm graduating school, and I'm just like, wow, you're graduating school, your haircuts is crazy, like, you know. And then sometimes it is what it is. Like, but like I'm saying, barber since '98.
Yeah.
You know, I remember when I first got on. I remember when he first started following me. I walked in the shop like, barber since '98. He's now following me.
Come on.
He's following me, kids. You don't know, but I know. Punk.
Yeah, I remember. I mean, this is the second location. I remember the first location.
You know what? This is the third. We actually started in LA. We was actually in LA's basement.
Yeah.
And there was we moved over to the other studio, and then you know you remember you flush your toilet, you used to have to jiggle the handle. This is like 5-star. I almost like want to take you guys to like a tour of the bathroom here at the Strong Island StrongIsland.tv studio bathroom that they have here. It's ridiculous, you know. So I'm waiting for someone to when I'm done washing my hands, someone to hand me a towel. That's how nice it is in there.
Yeah, a towel, mint, you know.
Yeah, but like you know, and a lot of people don't know. In 2014, I believe it was 2014, Barber since '98, and myself, we were at the Albuquerque.
The
UBC.
the national barber competition.
And you were supposed to talk.
Yeah, I froze up. That we could talk about that a little bit.
I'm saying though.
Yeah, that was my first time. Yeah, so that was the first time.
It was my first time too. I was stuck on stupid. They're like, here, I was over here doing interviews, and they're like, okay, here's the microphone, address everyone. I'm like, they're looking at me like, who is this guy with the beard and the? Why you got sunglasses on?
So I mean, I prepared for that class. You know, it was a social media class. ScissorSalute to Rodney Davis.
Yeah, ScissorSalute.
You know, he helped me a lot. He's a big mentor of mine, and you know, we both flew out to New Mexico. I froze up. You know, it was like 200 people in front of me. Everyone's looking at me, expecting me to say something great, and I just choked up.
Yeah, but now it's a totally different ballgame.
Now I got the experience.
There we go.
Now I have the confidence. I have the knowledge, and I got the information people want to hear. So
Bad brother.
Get him.
I'm looking forward to more opportunities like this.
Different.
Yep,
I'm looking for opportunities like this, and go to seminars and events, and talk about the importance of having a booking system in your business. Honestly, we're in 2016, and we live in a high tech world. So to introduce this booking system to barbers who are, most barbers I think are creatures to habit. If it's not broken, don't fix it. But ain't nothing wrong with an upgrade. It's nothing wrong with adding a brand new tool that's gonna help you, be more efficient, save more time, make more money. Come with Booksy.
I like that. Did you
that
work on that? Is that something that you repeat a lot?
No, that
you
came
just
out-
made that on the fly. You need to go.
fly.
You need to watch the show again and take that whole paragraph that you just said because it was great.
Man,
So
I
once again,
appreciate it.
the competition, and I can't wait to see Barber since '98 over there. Once again, the competition is Sunday, August 14th at the Feet Ballroom, 103 Dice Street in Providence, Rhode Island. Competition starts at 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. Tickets are $12. Vending booths is $125, and the battle is $52 to participate. For ticket information or to participate, go to worldstarbarber.com or simply text Manny at 401-688-1100 or Edgar at 401-965-4194. So let's get into, again, some of the vendors that are going to be there that you're going to have at this event.
Also, Johnny B will be in the building.
Johnny B. Care?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So that I like their product. It's
A lot of the barbers actually like their capes, like
Yeah.
the way the capes wrap around the neck.
Yo, Eddie, any barber supply companies gonna be there?
Oh, yeah.
To get it, so it's gonna be like Walls, Anders, Babylus. Who gonna be there?
Well, no, this year we're gonna do. I thought you were talking about
Yeah.
Barber Supply.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, all right, all right.
So yeah, definitely Barber Supply will be there. This year we couldn't schedule any Wall or anybody like that. They're a little bit busy with that, with
Right.
other shows and But it's gonna be a great show, man. Like we this is our third year. And we've always surprised people with our shows. Like people enjoy them a lot. It's a barber battle / party. Like
All right,
people have a
I
good
got it.
time.
So I mean, besides Drew Bay, who else you have judging this event?
Manny from Details Barbershop. He's also going to be hosting. I just got the confirmation today. Also, a couple of guys that are in the schools will be coming in and judging.
Okay, so some of the educators, some of the
Mhm.
instructors will come. It's always good to have an instructor there.
And then also Sharp Fades will be there hosting. I'm sorry.
Shaw
judging.
Face, the repost page will be there as
Yeah.
well.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a good kid, man. I know him well.
Yep.
That's good. That's
From
good. That's,
Connecticut.
I always wanted to ask, is Sharp Face, it's a Elegance? That's a Elegance affiliation?
No. Well, I mean, he's affiliated with
'Cause, like,
Elegance. He's sponsored by Elegance.
Okay, because the
Yeah.
whole thing, the page seems very elegant.
Yeah. It's an independent page. It's not a corporate page.
It's good, man. He's got a nice page, and I feel like anybody in the industry that started a repost page and it's successful, it's great because it's always supporting the barbers out there. There's certain barbers that I feel like any barber out there that is posting up a picture, when it gets reposted, it's like a compliment. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
It is what it is. And the slogan for it is, who claims to be the best? Do you have what it takes to be in the fastest fade? Fastest fade is totally different. Now, see that you took away 5 minutes, and now it's the best fade you could do in 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Okay. Then you have the freestyle design, which is 40 minutes. Low fade and beard, which seems to be like the latest trend in every competition.
Mm-hmm.
They got rid of the portrait and put in the low fade with a beard. So anybody who's going to be competing in that, make sure you bring a great model with you. I mean, yes, you can win by grabbing someone out of the crowd, but to me, my advice,
Bring your own canvas.
Yes, bring your own canvas to handle the madness. And then traditional cut. Now, this traditional cut, this category seems a little iffy. It's because, traditional cut, retro cut, it's the same thing, no? Or are you looking for the traditional cut to be more like a comb over?
Well, traditional cut, you know what? We've been going back and forth with what does that mean? Traditional cut, it's your stamped cut, like what you're known for.
Your signature cut.
Your signature cut.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
well, exactly, the Obama cut. That's what I like to compare it to, because I ask people, be like, yo, what haircut you like to do? Every haircut. No, the haircut that, you feel like is good. Any haircut. No. Okay, if you're doing it for the president, you're showcasing which one you're going to do. Like you putting up my skills on the line. I'm telling you, I'm hitting that low skin fade down to the bare meat out there and hitting a burly beard with some sheared work on top.
So you say for the president, is the president, you're giving a haircut to the president?
No,
or
I'm
you're
showcasing
in front of the president?
Obama's sitting there right there critiquing me. He might be like, Eli, bring the back up a little bit. Bring it up. hit that fade. So you know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. But it's great that we're discussing this now. And now the competitors, they get the rules and stuff all emailed to them, because I've been going to a couple of these competitions. They still don't know the rules and regulations. Like, yo, you gotta read that. You're gonna be putting your name on the line. Carefully read that, please, and make sure you come with your tool case pretty clean, really clean.
Yep.
You have someone in there just checking for cleanliness and all that.
We definitely had we had the 2 years in a row we've had the New England Barbers Association give out the award for the best clean station on the actual battle.
Okay.
On stage.
So they got sanitary award?
Yeah.
All right.
So they'll be there again this year, and it'll be good, man.
Definitely. So we're gonna wrap this up right here. We're gonna start off with Barber since '98. Thank you so much for coming down to the ScissorSalute show.
Anytime.
But please let everybody know where they can get in contact with you, the brand you represent, and all your social media information that you'd like to share with us. Please do so now. The stage is yours.
Well, my Instagram is all one word, Barber since '98. The company I work for, the best booking system for barbers, Booksy. If you don't know about it, Google it. Look up the website Booksy Biz. It tells you all the information. I promise you, you won't lose. You only gain time, save money, make it happen.
Y'all should do like the remix of the Dawes Effects. Booksy. I remember Booksy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. We got a question coming. Hold up. We're going to ask. We got a question.
What's up?
Tell me why I should leave my current booking system and go with Booksy. I'm not going to say who my current booking system is, but why should I leave them and come with Booksy?
Okay. Well, from what I've experienced and, through my study in different apps, what I've realized is Booksy is truly tailored to the barbers. A lot of the booking systems out there cater to cosmetologists, which is not a bad thing, but as a barber, I want to use a tool that's, it's going to have all the features that I can use, I'm sure there's greater apps, more high-tech apps, but as a barber, we're simple, We want to make sure, our clients use a system that, is user-friendly and that, is going to cater to them and make business easier for the barber. So as a barber, and I've seen different apps, this is the one that works for barbers.
Thank you so much. And Eddie, can you please sound off on the event that you're going to be having, how people could get in contact with you to participate this event, attend this event, or maybe even vend?
Well, you could check us out our Instagram, worldstarbarber.com, the DOTCOM, worldstarbarber.com, spell that out. Or you could get more information at www.worldstarbarber.com. And like we said, this is our third event. Eli will be hosting.
Yay.
The ScissorSalute showcase will be in. That's a great show. We did it last year. We're doing it this year again. And if you once you go to the site, you'll notice that the vendor booths and to compete, the prices are very, very affordable. And we did that because we want to make sure that everybody has that opportunity to experience it. Maybe you don't have to do it for yourself. put the ego aside. You know, don't be scared that you're gonna lose or win. You know, don't forget about that. Let it do it because you're gonna let your client is gonna be excited for you. And once your client goes to their friends and their job or whatever they're, you know, after he leaves you, he's going to talk about his barber competing. And, you know, and if you're a great barber, you have great clients, they're going to brag about you. So give them something to brag about.
I like that concept.
Yeah,
like
a lot
I'm
of.
just reading through it. It even says right here, like your clients. So you're basically on some old thing. Listen, my barber's the best. Listen, my barber right now, he's in the trenches
competing,
right now.
yeah.
He in Providence, Rhode Island right now.
Give him something to
battling
brag
there.
about.
So I hear what you're saying. You got people who barbers who call themselves the barbers. So usually this is like the barbers barber battle.
Well, what happens is that a lot of barbers get scared.
Hold up real quick. I get my hands. Hello, you're live and air with the ScissorSalute show.
Hi, this is Caroline.
Caroline, can you please remain on the line? We're just finishing up this interview. Just stay on the line.
First thing.
Okay.
No problem.
Please go.
So, like I was saying, basically, a lot of barbers don't sign up because they are scared of losing. Like the frame of mind is crazy. Like, no, I'm not gonna sign up because they're scared they're gonna get ridiculed by other barbers. Don't go to a barber battle. Don't sign up because you're trying to impress other barbers. Invest in yourself so your client has something to talk about. This way, you'll get your client's friends interested in you. So have a good time.
So you basically like take advantage of the situation.
Yeah,
right
man.
There. So like experience, like earning your stripes.
Yeah, like it's that. But it's the most important thing. Give your client something to brag about. Let them go into work and brag about you. That's the best. That's the best promotion you could give yourself and your brand. And you could buy a cool T-shirt and some cool,
all the other stuff
and a few other things. When you go to these events, besides it being a battle, it's a networking party. You go meet other barbers that have the same passion you got. You go support the vendors. Maybe you might find something that will fit in your arsenal. These are events that you're going to find gems that are going to fit in your station that you can't find at Sally's. I tell everybody to come out. If it's not to watch the battle, it's to go buy something that you can't buy at the regular store. You go meet people that you see on social media. Get to shake their hand, get to talk to them a little bit, listen to their story, take a picture, So the networking, besides the battle, is really what's going to, take your career to the next level. And, you get to showcase your skills.
Well, thank you so much. We're going to get to the cut cam with JR. He's at it again. Cutting Paul Jones right now. We'll get rid of that picture real quick. There we go. We'll play musical chair real quick. Let's see. Come back. Hold up. Got to take a picture real quick. Maybe we'll get them citizens up. I don't know if that microphone's in the way. It's on video. And the pressure is on JR as silence breaks over the studio. And we come back.
Yo, Eli, I like this gig, man. I might come here every Monday.
I see that. You're getting a little bit too comfortable there. You're getting a little. So once again, that is the WorldStarBarber.com competition that's going to be taking place Sunday, August 14th at the Feet Ballroom, 103 Dyke Street in Providence, Rhode Island. The competition will be taking place at 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. Tickets are available. $12. Vending booths are $125, and the battle to participate is $52. It'll be the fastest fade, freestyle design, low fade and beer, and traditional cut. Do you think who can claim to be the best? For more information, go to www.worldstarbarber.com or simply hit up Manny at 401-688-1100 or Edgar at 401-965-4194. Caroline, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, on the phone from Blondie Salon, 43 Pacific Avenue, Suite A12 in Stockton, California, 95204. The phone number you can reach her at is 209-598-5924. 14 years of experience, but you've been licensed for 8 years. Wow. So let us know. And, you've always wanted to do hair. It was like almost like love at first sight. But, what really made you decide to take this career on?
Well, I got the opportunity to go to hair school for just $850, and I jumped on the opportunity because it's something that I've always wanted to do. I just could never afford to pay $15,000, $20,000 to get an education, and also, keep a full-time job and then raise 2 kids. It just was too much.
And speaking of the 2 kids, you're a hairstylist, but you have a little bit of barber background when it came to comes to cutting your kids.
Yes, I was one of those parents that got my kids' haircut like every 3 weeks, and it was so expensive. So what I ended up doing was learning how to fade. I would just watch the lady who would cut the boys' hair, and I was like, I could do that. And so I went home and literally started doing it, and they get the lineup every so often. Actually, one of them would get the lineup all the time. So I got pretty good at the lineup and doing the fades. So I had lots of practice, every 3 weeks.
Caroline, what clippers did you start off with?
I'm sorry?
What clippers did you use to cut your children's hair?
The designer.
Oh, the wall designers. They're
Nice.
very, very efficient, very easy to use. And now you are what many people are calling like a hair painter. You do the balayage and ombre. Now, when it comes to like balayage, are you using the strips, the foils, the saran wrap?
I'm using the saran wrap. I'm using the MD mesh foils, and I do use the MD mesh strips, and I use foils. So it just depends on what kind of a result that I'm looking to get.
And you're an all-around hair painter. You also do the vivids and the fantasies. You use Pravana, Joico, Manic Panic. But, I mean, how much times are you actually doing the fantasies?
How often am I doing them?
How often?
I'm doing them probably once to twice a week. It really depends on our area here. Some people really want them. Other people, are like, I'm scared to try them. They're because of their age or whatever. So it just depends. It just really depends on, I guess, just the people.
Now, the balayage is like something that you're doing a lot more in the ombres. Now, how many balayages or ombres are you taking at once? Because I know there's different levels and different procedures when it comes to letting the balayage sit in the hair. Like, are you taking on more than 2 or 3 at a time?
No, actually, right now what I'm doing is I'm still working on my speed and my technique, and I'm going to be L'Oreal certified at the end of the month. And so what I'm doing is, in my area in particular, balayage is considered to be pretty expensive, ombres as well. So what I'm doing is taking basically one a day, and I'm focusing all my attention on that client so they can get the Olaplex treatment with the, for sure, 20 minutes, with the number 2, which reconnects the bonds of your hair. I'm trying to give superior customer service to these people that I'm doing ombres and the balayage on, and I'm not making them feel like I forget about them when they're under the dryer. So to me, it's quality over quantity.
And that's great that you said that. And we've been talking about classes and make sure you're educated and providing the right service for your client. And you take 6 classes a year. But what is going on August 21st?
August 21st, the owner and I are going to Long Beach to complete our live demonstration for the L'Oreal balayage artist to get our final certificate. And so that's a 2-day class that we're actually going to be working on live models. And at that point, I will be completed with the program, and I'll be certified.
And as far as the service that you're providing for your clients, what are your goals to provide the right service? And if there's any strategies about achieving these goals, can you mention that as well?
Well, I like to use certain products, such as Olaplex for my own self, my own security, because I want to make sure that I maintain the integrity and of the hair and that it doesn't feel like it's been processed. So that's something that I kind of use to, I guess, I don't know, just I don't charge for it, so it's kind of like a service that I add on because me personally, I want to make sure that I'm giving quality service.
Definitely. And over the years, we've done numerous interviews with barbers and hairstylists, and they all seem to have the same goal, eventually owning their own business and, being in charge, like basically opening up their own business or some sort of education, but you want to be fully booked. Why is your goal to be fully booked as opposed to open up your own business?
I like the fact that I can go to work, give it my all, come home, and be me. I don't want to have that extra responsibility of worrying about if the chairs are rented out or if there's enough supplies at the salon. I like just worrying about me and worrying about the kind of service and the outcome of the hair that I provide. And if I feel like if I owned a salon or went towards that, I would end up being a babysitter. And that just doesn't interest me.
Definitely. And nowadays with the social media craze, which is great and beneficial for some, and then others, they seem to get lost a little bit. Why is that your quote? Don't lose yourself.
Well, I don't think you should lose yourself in social media and rely on likes and comments to fulfill you and make you feel like you're a good hairstylist. I think that people get so wrapped up in social media and, like I said, in the likes and comments that they forget to give actual customer service to the people that are in front of them. They're so quick to jump on the phone.
You got a hand clap in here from Umar. He's definitely, Umar and Dave, they loving what you're saying right there.
Yeah, I think that people are too busy, like I said, on Instagram and Facebook. So quick, like if your client's processing, sit down and have a conversation with your client if you have a few minutes, rather than just putting your face in the phone and leaving them there. Part of your personality is what makes your clients return and look forward to spending time with you.
Oh, definitely. I'll tell you, you got Umar and Brian right here. They loving what they're hearing right there. It's crazy how the barbershop guys work, because it's been a ridiculous topic today on this show, providing the right service to your client. And it just, nothing was planned, but it just seems like that is the message here tonight on the ScissorSalute show, providing the right service. And Brian would like to actually say something. I believe Umar would like to say something as well. Just make sure you talk right into the microphone, gentlemen.
I just want to say, continue.
Is that on? Is it on?
Is it on?
Click it. There we go. So come over here to the side. Here, there we go. How about we go with this one? Just grab this one right here. They don't need to see you.
I just want to say to all the professionals out, whether you're a barber, makeup artist, cosmetologist, just continue to provide the highest level of service to your client that you can, and your chair will always turn. Your chair will always be full. Stay consistent. It's good to learn new things and new services to be able to pad your income, but I'll tell you that things that never go out of style are professionalism, quality customer service, and giving back to the community. And I just want to applaud all of you who are doing that. Continue to do it, but take it a step further and encourage someone else to do it. Encourage 2 others to do it. Influence the people who are around you. If you see that there's something going on in the shop that you're working in, instead of complaining about it, come up with a solution for it. Share that solution. Implement a plan to make a difference and make a change.
And Umar, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, well, to add to what Brian is saying, when you go to these shows, classes, symposiums, and expos, go with an open mind. Stop going in there trying to basically discredit another individual because they had the blessing from God and the intestinal fortitude to jump out on faith basis and do something positive and constructive. Too many of us are focusing on the problems instead of the solutions. We got a beautiful community as barbers and stylists, and as long as we work together consistently and assiduously, man, it's no telling where we can go. Stop getting on Instagram talking about barbers are like dope dealers, man. If you ain't never sold no dope, don't be talking that dumb stuff, because nobody wants to hear that crap. And another thing, man, it's all about ethics, man. Ethics, man, will take you a long way. Much like you said earlier, we can't keep taking out of context of these individuals, especially the younger barbers and stylists in particular, are as dumb as we think they are. You can't keep doing the same things, man. Man, you can't speak to me at a show You know, we not superstars. Barbers are community people, man. If you got people, man, that see you at a show and come up and speak to you, you never know what inspirational message you might be able to give them. You never know what you might be able to instill in that person for them to be a greater individual as a whole, not just as a barber or a stylist, but as an individual. You can't keep on acting like, man, you the God's gift to the earth, man, you know, because you getting a little money, because, man, as soon as you getting it, one day you can lose it all, and then where do you go?
Yep.
And then you come back to these neighborhoods. If you blessed to be on tour and you getting money with a company, man, be thankful. Open the door for somebody else. Don't try to lock the door so nobody else can get in. If you really about that work and you really about your craft, man, you're not going to be mad about somebody else coming up and stepping up, man. I'd rather be recognized and respected than loved any day, because a lot of people that say they love you, they can fall out of love every day, any day, all day.
Preach.
But you know, if you respect somebody,
real.
that can be forever. Forever, always for love. That's true. But, you know, again, man, there's some people that I got to, man, shout out Dr. Dave Ray. He's been instrumental.
Salute.
He's been instrumental. Barry Fletcher, Brother Otis, Jermaine in D.C., Brother D. Man, you got Fahim the Barber. Like I said, man, you got, man, my sister Rashia Burrell in D.C. You got Evie. You know, you got a host of individuals.
DMV's finest, you mentioned it right there.
You know, you got these people, man, that are actually putting it down. Tamika James. You know, barbers and stylists as a whole, man, we really don't understand the power that we really have. Once we start recognizing the true power that we have, we're going to stop, man. You know, we'll be able to better address situations in the community, especially with what's going on with police brutality, elections, and everything. Man, you'd be surprised what you can get across and who you can get across to in the barbershops and the salons, man. And once we realize and understand the power that we have, man, we'll be more inclined to do what's right and appropriate, man. Because trust and believe, man, a lot of these barber boards, man, I went through hell in Georgia, man. You know, I love this beautiful state now, but they gave me hell coming home, man. They were like, well, we don't necessarily appreciate your behavior, sir, but we're going to give you a second opportunity. And if you screw up, guess what? We're going to snatch that license from you. Man. So what I'm saying that to say, man, you know, come out, get your license, try to be professional, man, you know, and perfect your craft. Learn from these brothers, man. You look at this brother's man's page, man, you can't do nothing but respect what he's saying, man. You look at your pages, man.
Appreciate that.
And, you know, these are platforms that are allowing us to get across things where you never knew before. Because everybody's not going to be able to go on NBC, because a lot of people aren't even educating these brothers about, man, what it is to be unionized, because they trying to lock the system up. And, you know, you got to get in where you fit in. And some strange reason or another, brothers ain't helping brothers out like they say. They professing that crap, but when it's all said and done and them checks are being cut, they ain't helping nobody. Because everybody's, man, going for themselves. But y'all are opening the door to a lot of people, and I appreciate that, man. Salute y'all.
Absolutely.
You know, and
we salute you back. And Caroline, before we let you go, can you please let everybody know where you work? Give us a phone number that you'd like to share with us and your social media info. Please do so now. The stage is yours.
My name is Caroline. My Instagram name is Caroline Elaine 73. I work at Blondie's, 4343 Pacific Avenue in Stockton. You can call me directly for appointments or consultations, preferably text. My phone number is 209-598-5924. ScissorSalute. I appreciate everything you guys done for me today.
Thank you. And if you're ever over here in New York, come down here to the ScissorSalute stage and showcase.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Thank you so much. We're going to ask everybody that's in the studio to go to the main stage. One, two, 1, 2. Oh, we got to back up. Oh, wow. Oh, we are like, wow, that camera's like right on us right here. So again, I'd like to salute Wizzy the Barber for the shirt right here. Check out the shirt right there. Little Wizzy hooked me up with that shirt over there at the Universal Barber Expo. So, that being said, I'd like to salute Sandy for calling in, Caroline for calling in as well, Brian White, Umar, J.R. Da Barber, Paul, Jones over here. I'd also like to salute Eddie for World Star for coming through here, barber since '98. And just to remind everybody that, and special salute to Paul Jones for bringing everybody in the studio. He brought him out. He definitely did. So let me just get this information and handle what I do best right here. Sunday, August 14th. Check out the World Star Barbers that are going to be taking place in Providence, Rhode Island. Get in contact with Manny, 401-688-1100, or Edgar at 401-965-4194 if you're looking to attend this event at this event, or compete. They have all the proper information for you. So without further ado, we go to overhead camera. We're going to ask everyone to put their hands right here on mine. Now, when I say scissor, you say salute and say it as loud as you can. Scissor! Well, take that right there. And we'll remind everybody, please follow us on Instagram at ScissorSalute Show. If you're tuning in right now and you're like, oh, man, I missed the show. Later on in the week, we will have the rerun link posted up on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, and Pinterest, on smoke signals, all that other stuff. So thank you for watching the ScissorSalute Show. Once again, ScissorSalute to all.
ScissorSalute.